No matter to what extent you've mobilised your business, at Peak RiseX we believe that your enterprise mobility solution should add value throughout the whole length of its life cycle. To ensure this is the case, Peak RiseX have created a unique set of services that guide our customers through every stage of mobility deployment, whether it be strategy creation through to application selection or managed services through to data analytics. We call this the 5 phases of mobility. During this series of videos, our experts will take a deep dive into every phase, providing valuable insight, allowing you to sidestep some of the more common pitfalls, but ultimately maximising your return on investment.
The deploy phase will set the tone for your ongoing mobility solution. It assumes that the phases beforehand have gone well and that you've allocated appropriate resource, that you've put the time and effort in to make sure that you've selected the right software, the right hardware, you've got your end users involved early. All of those things are critical before you get to the deployment phase. The flip side of a successful project is that if the deployment phase does not go well, then the actual user acceptance and the way that it's used in the field isn't as you would have hoped. So you will see users not really picking up on the solution, not adopting it properly, and therefore all the business case that you've put together around those efficiency gains and so on won't be realised. So you either get you'll get a lot of frustration, you'll get a lot of anger from people that it's not working properly. You have to allocate a lot more resource then to try and fix those problems. The project manager's role in this phase is to really coordinate everything that's been already selected and allocated to date. So the coordination for the project manager of the hardware, getting that hardware from manufacturers and then out the door, the coordination of the software, the build that goes onto the device, and then coordinating the resource on site to support the users in getting up and running. Staging sounds like a small event, but it's really, really critical because this is where you're pulling together the software and the hardware, getting the build onto the device and getting that device into a working state that the end user can then pick up out of the box and effectively use. What we often see is that use of the mobile device management tools enables us to make a very consistent build and manage that build once the device is out there in the field. We can manage the build until the device is out there, but without mobile device management it's then hard to keep that consistency. User acceptance is probably in a way a phase before this, in that you have to have the users bought in very early into the project to make it successful. When we see projects go wrong, it's generally when project teams sit around a table and make decisions without involving the people that are actually going to be using the equipment, and that's where it falls down. We recommend a train-the-trainer type approach, so particularly in larger rollouts, it's hard to coordinate getting all of those people into the same room at the same time. So allocating super users by site or region and having those with a higher level of knowledge become the go-to people. Without a training package, a lot of the hard work that you've put in up front will tend to fall down because the guys with the greatest will in the world, they'll understand the device if you've involved them in the user acceptance, but understanding how to use the software on the device and use the whole package is really important to making sure that the solution works out in the field.